Howdy, this is Lance Roberts on the Borough Assembly, and this is a video for Fairbanks Conservatives. We're here to talk about a huge issue this week that the Borough Assembly is bringing up a resolution to support the on-site consumption regulations for marijuana that the state has introduced. So there's draft regulations out there, and that will allow people to go to retail marijuana stores and consume on-site. I'm going to list out some of those problems, and I hope everyone will go on the state website and make these comments. The borough resolution is up Thursday night at 7 o'clock. You can testify against that there, telling them that the borough shouldn't be supporting these regulations. Now, you may not realize this, but in 2014, when the voter initiative got passed to legalize marijuana, that wasn't on there. There was nothing about that. Nobody voted for this to happen, right? They voted specifically, it listed all the license types with retail and cultivation and testing. It did not have anything to do with consumption. We will be the experiment. No other state has allowed on-site consumption where you go and you consume the product, you smoke it, you eat it in the place where you're buying it. In fact, we don't allow that with alcohol. We learned that lesson years ago. Alcohol package stores have to be separate than bars. They don't allow them to be the same place. There's been no legislative statute created allowing this. This is completely the industry-controlled Marijuana Control Board deciding that they can push their agenda because there's no one stopping them. I mean, pretty much to stop a board in the state, you've got to take them to court. They're saying we can make the law even though the legislature didn't and the people didn't vote for this. They're taking the law unto themselves. This is something we defeated a month ago when we said no. One thing you should understand is that they're going to allow smoking in public. The 2014 initiative that the voters voted in said is that it's illegal to smoke in public. That means public buildings, outside, everything. You can smoke in your house. They're trying to change that and allow smoking in these buildings. The Assembly, just a month or two ago, passed a resolution supporting the efforts at the state level to say no smoking in workplaces because of all the people who get affected by smoke at their workplace that can't do anything about it. And so the Lung Association has pointed out to the Assembly is that there is no way to ventilate enough to get it out and have it be safe so that secondhand smoke isn't affecting you. You've got to have special facilities for the people who are working there so they're not affected by it and they can't consume it, but they're still going to have to be in that room. Their regulations allow people to go outside at these retail stores to smoke it. So they're next to your neighborhood and they're smoking it outside. How's that going to help with odor in the neighborhood? What about hours? Did you know that these places only have to be closed from 5 to 8 a.m.? There are no hour restrictions by the state except for that and none by the borough. So they can be open until 5 a.m. smoking pot outside, having a big party in your neighborhood. At some point, they've got to drive home. Some will take a taxi, some may take an Uber, some may walk. 40 below with people who are trying to spend all their money on marijuana. Some of these people are going to drive. We've even had people in front of the Assembly tell us that they think it's just fine to drive stoned. Now, with alcohol, you can have a designated driver with their own drink and they're not consuming the alcohol and they can be there, have fun with their friends and be the designated driver, be the safe way home. You can't have that in a smoking facility. The state health director did a presentation during the US summer session showing that there's an effect from the secondhand smoke and the THC getting in people's bloodstream. People are going to be impaired no matter what. You can't have a designated driver in a smoking facility. Haven't we lost enough people from DUIs? Getting worse out there. This isn't going to make it better. This is going to make it worse, where you have more people consuming and then trying to find a way home. A lot of fatalities in all these other states from people who got in accidents because of drugged drivers. Your testimony, that's what matters. You've got till next Friday to get your testimony in to the state board telling them you don't want it. Thursday night is when the Borough Assembly considers this resolution. You can email them or you can come and testify at 7 o'clock.